Good morning, children. I hope you are all safe with your family members. Let's start with the understanding of class 12th business study curriculum and its contents. Business study class 12th will be of 100 marks, as you know. And out of 100 marks, 80 marks is for theory and 20 marks for project work. You can also have a look over the curriculum issued by CBSE, which is available on CBSE website. Business study code is 054. This curriculum shows the theory of 80 marks and project for 20 marks. And this shows the description of chapter and unit-wise marks. Remember, this is page number 9 to 16 before. Page number 9 of the content of curriculum is related to class 11th. Coming back to our slide, question paper of 80 marks will comprise part A and part B. Part A will be of 50 marks and part B will be of 30 marks. And our project, which is part C, as you know, will be of 20 marks. Moving the slide, part B is in total will be of 30 marks. Remember, children, this project and this viva will be taken by the external examiner appointed by the CBSE. Now, coming back to slide, part A comprises total 8 chapters of 50 marks and part B comprises 4 chapters of 30 marks. Next is part C, is of 20 marks, and that is project work and viva. Next is in part A, chapter first is nature and significance of management. Chapter 2, principles of management. Chapter number 3, business environment. Chapter number 4, planning. Chapter number 5, organizing. Chapter number 6, staffing. Chapter number 7, directing. Chapter number 8, controlling. Total 8 chapters is of 50 marks. Next, part B, business, finance and marketing. Chapter first, financial management. Chapter number 2, financial markets. Chapter number 3, marketing management. And chapter number 4, consumer protection. So now coming to chapter 1. And chapter 1 is nature and significance of management. And main learning objective of this chapter is to understand the concept of management, to explain the meaning of effectiveness and efficiency, to discuss the objectives of management, to describe the importance of management, nature of management as a science, art and profession. Next, level of management, and its objective is to understand the role of top, middle and lower management. Next is functions of management. And last topic is coordination, its concept and importance. So coming back to next slide. This is chapter number 1, nature and significance of management. First, concept and definition of management. According to all concept of management, in simple words, management is an art of getting things done through others. And we know very well that successful organizations do not achieve their goals by chance, but by following a deliberate process called management. So management is very important in all type of functions, big or small, profit or non-profit, service or manufacturing management is necessary so that individuals make their best contribution towards group objectives. Managers take decision as to who will do what, when they will do it, and what resources they will use. Basic job of a manager is to achieve organizational objectives with effectively and efficiently by utilizing of physical, functional, and human resources. So, management is what a manager does. It refers to the process of conducting a set of functions to get the work done in an efficient and effective manner. So, coming to next slide. Features of management. First feature of management is goal-oriented process. It means management always aims at achieving the organizational objective. The functions and activities of manager lead to the achievement of organizational objectives. Management units the efforts of different individuals in the organization towards achieving their goals. Second feature is management is pervasive. It means management is a universal phenomena. The use of management is not restricted to business firm only. It is applicable in profit making, non-profit making, business or non-business organizations. Even a hospital, school, club, and house has to be managed properly. Concept of management is used in the whole world, whether it is US, UK, or India, whatsoever. Third feature of management is intangible force. We cannot see management. Management function cannot be physically seen, but its presence can be felt. The presence of management can be felt by seeing the orderliness and cooperation or coordination in the working environment. Next feature is management is a dynamic function. Means management has to make changes in goal, objectives, and other activities according to changes taking place in the environment. The external environment such as social, economical, technical, and political environment has great influence over the management. As changes take place in these environments, same are implemented in organization to survive in the competitive world. Next feature is management is a group activity. It refers to a group of people involved in managerial activities. Each individual performs his or her role at his or her status and department. Then only management function can be executed. Even the result of management affects every individual and every department of the organization, so it always refers to a group effort and not the individual effort of one person. Next feature is management is continuous process. Management is a continuous or never-ending function. All the functions of management are performed continuously. For example, planning, organizing, staffing, directing, and controlling are performed by all the managers all the time. Sometimes they are doing planning, then staffing or organizing, etc. Managers perform ongoing series of functions continuously in the organization. And last function of management is multi-dimensional. It means management does not mean one single activity, but it includes three main activities. First, management of work. Two, management of people. And third, management of operations. Now, management of work means all organizations are set up to perform some task or goal. Management activities aim at achieving goals or tasks to be accomplished. Second is management of people. It refers to human resources, and human resources are the most important asset of an organization. Management has to get tasks accomplished through people by making their strength effective and their weakness irrelevant. So management people has two dimensions. First is taking care of employees' individual needs, and second, taking care of group of people. And third element of this feature is management of operations. It refers to activities of production cycle such as buying inputs, converting them into semi-finished goods and finished goods. So these are the features of management. I hope it will be clear to you. If you have face any difficulty, you can ask me. Now moving to next slide. Objectives of management. There are three objectives of management. Objective means the end result towards which the activities of an organization are directed. So first objective of management is organizational objectives. These objectives aim at prosperity and growth of the organization. Generally, it is assumed that profit maximization is the main objective of every organization, but it is not true. The managers try to develop and attain variety of objectives in all management areas, which reduces cost and brings maximum prosperity for organization. There are three important organizational objectives of a manager are: first, survival; second, profit; third, growth. And second objective of management is social objective. Social objectives of the organization deal with the commitment of the organization towards the society or community. Business organizations are the part of society because business organizations are the part of society. They earn by using the resources of society, so they must do something for society also. The major social objectives of organizations are supply of goods, supply of quality products at reasonable price, contribution towards desirable civic activities, generation of economic wealth, generation of employment opportunities, financial support to community, etc., etc. Third and last objective is personal objectives or human objectives or individual objectives. You can. These objectives are related to the employees of the organization, as employees are most important resources of every company, and satisfied and motivated employees contribute maximum for the organization. The main individual objectives of management are competitive salary, personal growth and development, like promotion, training, etc. Peer recognition means self-respect and respect for colleague. Social recognition, good and healthy working conditions. So these are the objectives of management. Now moving our next slide. क्या हो गया इसमें? Management, nature of management. Nature of management is what type of nature management has. Some authors regard management as science because there are well tested and experimented principles of management. Some authors describe management as an art because more practice is required in management. And some authors consider that management is grouped towards the path of profession. So we will discuss one by one. First is management as science. There are some features of science which is involved in the management. So we can say that management is a science. First feature of science is systematic body of knowledge. Second, principles are based on repeated experiments. And third is universal validity. So these features of science are present in management. So we can say that management is a science, but not exact science. It is inexact science or social science. Second, nature of management is management as an art. So there are some features of art are present in management. So we can say that management is an art. First feature of art is existence of theoretical knowledge, personalized application based on practice and creativity. So these three features of art are present in management. So we can say that management is an art. Now, third feature of management is management as a profession. As you know, profession can be defined as an occupation backed by specialized knowledge and training in which entry is restricted. Main features of profession are well-defined body of knowledge, restricted entry, presence of professional associations, existence of ethical codes. So presently, these features of service mode. On comparing the features of profession with management, we can conclude that presently all the features of profession are not present in management. But very soon, maybe by next decade, these will be included in management with statutory backing. So we can say management is on the path of becoming a profession. Today, it may not be recognized as a full-fledged profession like doctor, lawyer, etc. But very soon, it will be recognized as a full-fledged profession. So now, on the basis of three natures and their features, we can say that management is science as well as art, but not profession. Now moving our next slide. Our next slide is levels of management. As we have already learned that management does not refer to a single individual, but it refers to a group of persons. In companies, large number of persons are employed and placed at different places to perform different managerial activities. To carry on these activities, these employees are given necessary authority and responsibility. This grant of authority results in creation of chain of authority. This chain divided into three levels, which result in creation of three levels of management. And these three levels of management are top level, middle level, and supervisory level. In top level management, board of directors, chairman, general manager, president, vice president, CEO, CFO. And in middle level management, it is related to the managers, departmental managers. For example, purchase manager, sales manager, marketing manager, executive officer, plant superintendent, divisional heads, departmental heads. And third is supervisory level. In supervisory level, it includes supervisor, superintendent, foreman, section officer, clerk, sub-department executive, etc. So these are the level of management. Next slide is of functions of management. There are total 5 functions of management. We discuss one by one. In next chapter, here are brief introduction of. I will give you a brief introduction of all functions of management in this chapter. Next chapter we will discuss in detail. First function of management is planning. Planning means deciding in advance what to do, how to do, when to do, and who is going to do it. Planning bridges the gap between where we stand today and where we want to reach. Second function is organizing. After setting up of plans, next function is to organize the activities and establishing and organizing structure to execute the plan. So setting up organizational structure means deciding the framework of working. How many units and subunits of or department are needed, how many posts or designations are needed in each department, how to distribute the authority and responsibility among different people. Once these decisions are taken, an organizational structure gets set up. Third function is staffing. Staffing is the third function or step of management. It refers to recruiting, selecting, appointing the employees, assigning their duties, maintaining cordial relations, and taking care of grievances of employees. Fourth function is directing. Directing means to instruct the employees and get the work done. Directing refers to giving directions or instructions to employees by motivating them, supervising the activities of employees. And last function is controlling. Controlling is the last function of management. In this function, managers try to match the actual performance with the planned performance. And if there is no match between both, then managers try to find out the reasons of deviation and suggest corrective measures to come on the path of plan. Controlling functions refer to all the performance measurements and follow-up actions that keep the actual performance on the path of plan. Next and last function of management is coordination. It is very important function of management. There is no more important function which every manager has to perform. It is only a function, but it is not only a function, but it is the essence of management. So we can say that it is most important function of management. Without this function, all functions of management are valueless. So we can define it as synchronization of efforts from the standpoint of time and the sequence of execution. So this is the most important function of management. Now moving to next slide. It is a case study. In case study, Mr. Anirudh Verma has recently joined Swadeshi Limited, a tire manufacturing company. He found that his department was understaffed and other departments were not cooperating with his department for smooth functioning of organization. Therefore, he assured that his department has sufficient number of employees and its cooperation with other department is improved. So you have to identify the level of Anirudh Verma at which he was working. Second, also state 3 more functions required to be performed by him at this level. So in next slide, we have solution of this case. First level of Anirudh Verma is middle level management because he is manager, departmental manager. Answer of second question is he bridges the gap between top level and lower level management, motivating employees to achieve the desired goal, assigning necessary duties and responsibility of the subordinates. So this is my last slide. So today's session is over. Thank you. Take care. Stay home. Stay safe. If you face any difficulty in this slide or in any topic, you are free to ask me in my personal number. I will give a worksheet. You have to solve it. Thank you.